on this stage here in Brazil, right? So it can kind of pseudo be the Brazilian representatives that make it to Americas and somebody that the Brazilian fans can continue to root for.
As we see the teams grace the stage one final time here in Sao Paulo, it's important to just frame this up as best as we can. Tied 2-2 in their series against one another. The Guard, 6 maps, M80, 5 maps. The round differential between the two teams across all of their games played thus far is +4 in favor of the Guard. Across all of those maps, they played 11 maps. And it's +4. That kind of illustrates the scenario that's playing out here. These teams could not be more evenly matched. And it's a scenario we knew was inevitable. And you can see the teams getting into it with the crowd. I think M80 is probably embracing their position here, Tanner, as the villains. They seem to indicate that in the video. Yeah. They're okay if the crowd is booing. They just want to hear noise.
Yeah, 100%. And again, butts and seats. That's what it's about, to be able to have this crowd out there, whether it's to watch you win or watch you lose. But like you said, EU coming out, still kind of shushing the crowd, whereas you can just see, we can't hear it, but the Guard are definitely getting more of the crowd love.
One would assume, as we see this, I mean, obviously, like, I think there's still an amount of people who are like, you know what? We liked watching them win. We love that zesty atmosphere they bring to the stage. How could you not like seeing teams bring what they bring to the table, even if it's just in the server? As you can see the Guard getting the claps and cheers. I really do wish we could hear this, Em. It seems like the crowd is very much behind these teams.
I want to hear it. I want to hear all the cheers. But as a player, listen, I want to get into the mindset as a player when you're walking out on stage. Nizzo's like, come on, come on. Oh, gosh. But when you're walking out and hear the crowd, you're facing your opponents. As you can see, they're right next to each other. You're looking at each other's in the eyes. This is where your heart starts to race, you know what I mean? You're getting into the game mode right here and now. They have been playing so long for this very moment to get to the grand finals.
Well, Valen is obviously hyping up with the crowd. John QT is a cold-blooded killer. That man has no emotion. He even rocks the masks. You can't even tell if he's smiling. And honestly, the amount of times we've spoken to him and we've seen him in general, he is definitely very stoic in nature, which makes him difficult
on the map across all competition. So meanwhile, the Guard has only lost this map once, Shift. They have such a massive record on this map.
All right, well, the winner gets everything. The loser gets nothing. And the first bit of action happening over towards B main immediately. Nice little counter utility coming out, though, from M80, holding on and finding first blood. Shock Dart does find some value here, though, for the offense, and a huge first opener for Tex and the Guard as they make their way on for site. They get the plant. And Trent actually is trying to challenge this heavy setup for M80 right on top of the doors opening through market. M80 need to make a decision on how they want to try to break this open. Xander gets the first. Now there's information for the Guard that there are 2 members playing inside of B main. But how do you clear this out? Someone's got to hit. EU provides the first, not the second. Now the 1v1. John Cutie playing up against Net. And well, Net is actually going to make a perfect timing commitment to get in towards this site. Killjoy, you need the utility to get down. Timing of this is everything. John Cutie's gonna try to hold this, but the shot looks like it will land, and Net will be able to open up with the opening pistol.
A hot start.
Little opening spam coming out for the defense, trying to control B main, and how about that from Nismo? Quality also turns the face up towards the double hit through market. Net does put together 2 in response, but this would have to be a 1v5 for him. And well, he's gonna get completely taken by his 2-member stack here at mid, you would think. Paranoia gets hit. That should be enough for Xander to fit. John Cutie trying to hold his life with just the entirety of the utility kit, but Tex still finds the first tap. EU trying to hold on to the site, but it's Joe to best him. And then the follow-up not going to be there at all. Wow, clean entry from the Guard considering the circumstances. And now it's just down to Qualidubin. Well, don't sleep on him, but the right click misses, and Tex will shut it down for the Guard to take the edge. Position. And for M80, no ults to try to retake this. This has to be done the hard way. And as the lockdown gets earned, it's immediately spent. M80 have to hold off this retake a little while longer.
Yeah, no way to cancel that out, so they just have to wait it out, which is allowing them to put more and more post-plant utility on top of the spike. Nice kill there from Xander on the flank. That's going to open up a new route for the retake for M80 and make things a little bit tougher on Guard.
Prowler also clears out a lot of space just in front of health. Fallon still positioned down low, not on a lot of health. Xander gets one, though, as he drops on in. Waladoob mixed up just a touch. Valen still on 5 HP, but M80 get the full surround. They envelop. It's just Valen who does have it from the shadows. Qualanu peeking, finding the first. Prowler's out, hold on a second. No follow-up here from Valen. Really wanted it, but could not quite collect. And with that, we go 5v4. Tex trying to open up some space towards A, but he will not be able to make contact.
Yeah, again, M80 are doing such a good job being aggressive on the periphery of the map against the guard default and finding initiative. But look at this ult, as you said, into window room. I feel like M80 is keen about it. Xander is just barely avoiding this fragment, by the way, but does get taken down by the rifle anyhow. And so the guard get on site with advantage.
And Valen does go 1-for-1 with that teleport, so it gets us to a 3v3. Nightfall at the ready, gets immediately spent. Here comes M80 quickly, trying to break down this post plant. They get the first two, no worries. Qualanu working on the ace. The last player's down low. Trent will find one, but no, Nismo shuts him down, and whoa, we've got fireworks here early for both these two teams. Back through mid. Valen thinking about just putting his little shadow step right on in towards the point. Xander through tree, shuts down the Aldrome, but can't contest any further. Now the counter utility from the guard as they try to set up their plan. Rolling Thunder pops out, knives for Tex in the back line, but it's all about this action from the front at the moment, and it goes 2-for-1 in favor of M80's defense. Jonah P, though, very well, may have to couple in his sights, and he does. Gets 3 in total. Fourth one up top, how about it? The guard will hold on amidst the Rolling Thunder. Still trying to get aggressive through B main with his operator. Prowler in the midst, Aldrone is there, but the Paranoia will force M80 to get back out of this area. But the Hunter's Fury actually thrown a little bit more passively, and the jump up from Koala follows up with the EU to go 2-for-1 in the opening exchange. And again, the guard cannot find initial entry. Lockdown will be spent. This will be the square peg meeting the round hole, unless, of course, John Cutie can just spam out the lockdown, which he does. The guard will have to rethink.
Yeah, it's a 3v3 situation, but don't count the guard out. They're usually pretty good about figuring situations out. I know this half so far has been a bit of a rough ride, but they are always dangerous when they have time left on the clock and they have equal numbers and they have some time to work things out, talk things through, work together. Valen, though, gonna get caught by John Cutie's Odin there, and Jonah P already on low health is just kind of stuck on an island in the middle.
Yep.
The spike, he can't even feel comfortable reaching for it because he might get caught in the cross for all he knows, and he has to kind of just wait for Net to get in position to see if they can try to work something out together.
30 seconds left.
The problem here is you've got a long lurk from Nismo. Jonah P, like you mentioned, is completely stuck. That was seen over towards Market. Tapping away is Nismo, but he actually misses on a very low HP Jonah P, and all of a sudden, the spike will be collected, the fault line gets avoided, and there's actually a chance here. Or is there? Koala Op in hand says, not today, friends. Last one left is Net. Stack through mid. EU in position through the dark cover, possibly to find some timing here. Can he land the shots, though? That's the biggest problem. And, well, as Net also provides a couple of kills, at least some damage on the backside to kind of keep this M80 play pretty well, I would say, claustrophobically put on towards A. Sure, they'll get the spike plant, but this is a very difficult 4v5 situation. Couple of battle back moments, and Nismo off the quick reload actually may all of a sudden turn things in the favor of M80. Just to get your bank account starting to feel a little bit more secure. Qualanu first contact. No, doesn't quite hit the shot. Tries to get the one-way. How does he do that? Valen, the peak is a little bit too delayed, but Net and Jonah P pick him up, and that'll be a 2-for-1 trade favor in the defense.
Need it will. Nismo wasting no time, pushing the smoke at door to grab a frag to equalize things back to a 3 versus 3 as a spike goes down. He is low on health now, though.
No.
But Xander with the stinger catches Tex up top. And now the spike is able to plant, and the man advantage sits with M80.
And it's going to be so difficult to work through this. Trent, 2 shock darts at the ready. First one's pretty well placed, but no, Net trying to find a timing to peak, not going to work out. Now the Paranoia is through, and Trent is completely stuck. Gonna have to make this thing sing a bit of a song, and no, does not transfer. M80 pull off the towards Net. The knife should surely reveal this, and yeah, Koala's gonna sit here and try to see if he can catch some timing, but it's actually Nismo to stop the aggressive play from the guard deep towards A.
Yeah, I think M80 are doing a good job realizing that the guard are either saving and rolling the dice, or they're 4 spot, and so they don't want to do anything too crazy. They want to play smart and careful. But as I say that, the sheriffs are starting to come through. Net and Trent good for a couple. Xander at least able to grab one back. He's going to ult back B, make sure the side is clear. The spike will be able to swing, but there is market presence here.
Yes, there is.
That's a great stun, though, on Net to allow them, with that smoke as well, to actually get through with the spike.
Oh, and they delete the Nano Swarm. Extra utilities to make sure nobody peeks through that dark cover. So the spike will make its way on, and it will plant. on the retake attempt. You still have one member sitting in towards market. The rest of the guard are hitting through the defensive side spawn. A bit of a reveal off Trent's utility that there is one member playing over, and the taps are starting to land. The guard are pulling this one back. It's just down to one in the corner, and the Guardian will find the final two. How about that? Will not happen yet. We stay 5v5. Rolling Thunder gonna get spent here from the offensive side just to make sure this defense gets a little bit more tested, but Trent finds the first blood. Net getting another one. Gwaldip trying to slip on through, but no, can't make any good on any connections. So now all of a sudden the lockdown's in play. The guard haven't dropped a member yet. 5v3 situation. John Cutie considering the fault line, then puts it away, and then the over-aggressive setup from the guard floods forward, and M80 can find nothing. As ball cuts across market. You still have Net, though, trying to contest through B main. M80 have not committed to this play to B, though. But the thing is, you've got the operator techs in position over towards A. Now all of a sudden, M80, they're trying to repivot back over towards B. They may not know how deep Net has gotten through B main. There's still a chance for Valen to maybe catch one on this cross as well, depending on how deep they go, but John Cutie gets the first, Spike makes its way on. No chance to stop this plant, and we're gonna reset into a 4v3.
Spike planted.
And I thought they have to know that Net is in main now, just based on his utility being triggered, but it may not matter, knowing half the battle as Tex has already found one with the knives, and that is a 2-man advantage now for guard. Make it everything.
Just down to Qualanoob, and Tex will run forward onto him. 3 in the round for Tex.
That's some nostalgia right there. Trent plus Odin plus Ascent plus wall spam. I mean, where have we seen that before? So many times. As he is the one and true Sova of North America in many ways, and he's not done yet. That's another onto Nismo. He's pushed back, but he's not bothered, but the frags are starting to pinstripe a little bit, but Tex reeling it back in.
Yeah, I thought for sure that Trent was going to be safe, but the Aftershock must have just been able to connect onto him. So M80 get on for the plant. EU's gonna play off-site and over towards mid-market. The guard looking to go 2 for 1 here. 2 players to the defensive spawn, Net on screen, trying to make his way through B main. EU is currently watching this angle, but this is all about what they see, what they hear. There's the push-up, but Net all collapses perfectly. EU gets caught off guard. Now it's just down to John Cutie. The status effects of the Rolling Thunder off the table. John gets one, but no way he turns and burns there. And it's gonna be an 11-9 tally. The guard's starting to really cook with some gas.
They're looking to take it a step further after tying the game up here.
Tex, flashed. But Joda P pushing through B main with assistance. Does trade off one. EU has to be able to get both of these. Gets the first, the fault line lands. Oh my goodness. Trent still furthers the play out, though. We get 2v2 situations with the spike down right in front of Trent Zoden.
He's kind of isolated, though. His rotate's off. He's got to be very careful here. And John Cutie's found that's going to be the spike reclaim. That's going to put Net in a 1 versus 2. He does have a lockdown, and that could be interesting. But I don't know if it will have crazy value. And maybe trying to fake him out a little bit with that ult, but he's not buying it.
Nope, not at all. So now Net gets forward through mid-market. Has already pushed through doors. John Cutie on the corner, backs up. Lockdown gets placed. And it's gonna force M80 to have to exit the site. First flash gets avoided. Net on the corner, no, nothing. The team shot's too good.
And neither one happened there. And so finally the momentum has been halted.
Scramble towards middle at the moment. Haunts out, but it's shown a peek at the first couple. Xander battles back, but only gets one of what was 3 trades that come out. Guard in a perfect position off their opening break off, now in a 4v2 early to try to get us to OT.
Well, if you thought that last round rattled them at all, it definitely didn't. Their composure still as stoic as ever. Into a 4v2 very quickly after that mid exchange. We're gonna see the ult from Valen to get some info at A main. Sees nothing there. Knows that it has to be mid or cat at this point, as they do have B lobby being watched by Trent. Net is solo on the A site. He does have a little bit of utility that will be an early detection system.
Defense not moving yet. Just one dark cover for Net to use. There's the contact. Net doesn't get anything. Backs up in towards Hell. Paranoia does land into John Cutie. Aftershock clears out boxes. Xander, can he pop off right here, right now? Dark cover gets replaced. Net hears a lot of this. Actually gets tagged through the dark cover. Tries to work his way in. John Cutie gets the first one, and they reset. Tex with a shorty out, shut down. Xander's gonna get another. It's all down to Trent for a 1v2 situation. Odin in hand, one shock dart. Shock dart gets queued. tossed out. Xander watching on the cross, and Xander gets 4 in total of the round. A 2v4 situation turned around by M80 to strike first in map number 1.
What a crazy way to end it. M80 on top early and look to be steamrolled.
Tremendously tight between these two teams, and how about this for M80? Little pistol round sneakiness getting up into B window already. EU back at the side, a little bit of trouble with the Trailblazer.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Stove's hot.
Stove.
The stove's hot, don't touch it. He didn't have a choice to.
It's also sticky and green.
Yeah, he got shoved onto it with no way to get off, like a fly trap. As we are going to see the guard just rolling through right now. All of them still standing, except for Jonah P. He's finally got taken out by Koala Noob.
Good smoke, keeps him alive. Counter fault line as Tex tries to do the same thing, but Koala Noob does collect the kill. So now 3v3, Valen dashed on, and he still gets one. Goodness, Koala Noob gets the trade. Back inside the Poison Cloud though, Trent very well may have done enough, and yeah, sure.
A for guard.
Just an early watch through mid. Aldrone scouts out a little bit of pressure over from the guard's point of view, and Nismo inside the dark cover. 2 different contestants, almost gets the snap to the second, but Valen provides the trade. M80 backing out of sewer just to make sure no one gets on towards the A site, but the guard in that same instance, they've gained control of sewer because of that backup, and they'll leave Jonah P to lurk. He's actually looking for a couple, and he gets a bit of a lineup. Koala Noob shuts him down, and there's still utility for John Cutie to contest over towards C.
And that was just icing on the cake. He was just left there to be a disturbance. He's created way more than a lap. He has caused tidal waves to roll through. As now his team has a man advantage in what is seemingly going to be a free C site with that Viper's Pit going down. We're not going to see really a challenge from John Cutie. He's trying to sneak out around the platform, trying to just get lucky with spam it, boy, does he? That's Viper's Pit down.
Lockdown gets put in its place, but you can see Koala Noob is on the move over with that elimination, giving them a chance to possibly contest this post plant through C-Long. Dark cover gets placed right on top of the spike. Lockdown will expire. Here comes the check. Koala Noob would have to hit a shot here immediately, but he's actually going to hop on for the defuse initially. It's John Cutie in the corner. Wait a second, Koala Noob gets this to half. John gets one. This surely cannot happen. Someone's got to hop onto it though, and Valen, cleans everything up around it. It's already underway here at B. The alarm bot doesn't actually get hit though, so the moment of vulnerability coming through. Lockdown spent immediately, but the spike does get planted. And now it's on to this big hit through A lobby. Oh, and goodness, the guard get a perfect read on it. No one pushes through the lockdown. Even though it does get destroyed, the numbers holding significantly with the guard's post plant. Koala Noob working on it, but now he's just by himself for what would have to be a 1v3. A lurk from Tex very well may just catch him off guard as Koala Noob's just trying to hold on to this operator.
He is. A jump peek's going to happen. It baits out the first shot. Koala trying to play inside the smoke. He's trying to be as crafty as he can be. He does get the kill with the classic. Now allow him to push the C site with the op as he tries to save it. And he might just get away with it.
From the shadows gets called. It will be picking up the spike and then immediately committing in. But the thing about this is the defense is actually here. Shock darts will stop Jonah P from his first attempt to plant. Xander, just before the poison cloud comes up, also finds a kill here. So hold on a second. Seekers are called out just to delay a little while longer. Tex playing deep. Here's the Rolling Thunder. Valen hit by this. Same can be said with Jonah P, and both will drop instantaneously. Last player left is just this late lurk from Net, and he actually gets 2, leaving a chance here for Tex. 1v2 situation, fault line out, and just doesn't quite pull the trigger behind a couple of ults. So M80 looking to get aggressive this time with a very significant amount of numbers over towards A lobby. Snakebite down over towards garage side. Tex with the knives looking to support this play. Lockdown gets placed, but John Cutie to the corner does at least shut down one. The lockdown will stay safe, and that will force a very, very labored rotation off the site from Xander, but he will get out, avoid the detainment, and in the process, actually, Valen gets one on the long flank, so now numbers hold with the guard's post plant.
Yeah, looking quite good. EU's trying to clear out garage, but the counter Trailblazer is going to slow him down from taking any space that direction. M80 are just being held off on all fronts by the counter utility here. We see a push from Xander to the Nano, but Jonah P's quick to trade it back. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Trades are fine here. The guard have plenty of pockets. Don't have to worry about trying to hold on to weapons here. EU gets another. It'll leave an opportunity here for M80 to start to play a little bit further forward, but try to break down this post plant at long. Very difficult to do, but hold on. EU gets another. Oh, now just down to Valen. This will feel familiar. Yep, he gets the 2 again.
Didn't want to give over anything. They know that they're in a comfortable spot here. Viper's Pit's available for post plant, but a lockdown is available for the defense on a retake. We are going to see some aggression here from Qualamood down middle. Able to get the space mostly for free. Defense reads with that ult that there is a lobby presence.
Oh, man, but wait a second. Trent's coming to check. Oh, no, not check this. Looked like he was coming back. I thought maybe for a moment that Net heard something, but not the case. And it's M80 who win the first 2 eliminations. John Cutie trying to flush out another. The Aftershock assist. Trades to allow the guard to come back into it, though. Are you kidding me? It's a 3v5, now to a 2v2. Recon Bolt does not reveal Valen. Doesn't get through the dark cover, I don't think.
Nope.
So that could be a critical miscue here for M80. They're still looking towards back plat, and they do take down Valen. Tex, though, now to the 1v1 as he's already found Nismo. Shock dart out, but Tex, oh, guy just does. Wow. And how about it? Tex, little heat check coming through. Net's able to get first blood through the Toxic Street. And how about Tex on the hunt? John Cutie will deter him from getting too far forward. Qualnoob also in a pretty cheeky position deep in towards enemy lines, but does not expect Trent to come out from behind. Blindsides him, and now it's a 4v3 with Trent upgrading into a ghost. Although John Cutie does get us to more level terms, share of shot lands, so we get to a 3v3. Spike making his way on towards A.
Locked a defensive rotation. The guard making lots of noise here. Xander knows what he's up against, but no one's half the battle.
Oh, that is a key 1v1 win for Joda P, but he does get immediately shut down. Low health pools, though, for M80. Fault line comes out. Xander tries to use it as a timing check, but does not quite find it perfectly. Flash behind it, and how about it?
True.
Yeah.
Oh, Tex might be in a weird spot. Oh.
Gets the first, surely not more, no. John Cutie gets the pinch up, but oh boy, Jonah P from behind this play. It's just a toxic screen in his way. Does he check left? May not matter. Valen from inside the site will do pretty much everything required to hold on, and that will put the guard at 12 as Xander can do nothing through C-Long.
Kind of favoring the guard.
Oh, here we go. M80, little YOLO play towards C. Paranoia right across the Rolling Thunder. Nobody checks Tex in the corner. He dashes across it. Oh my goodness. He gets up close and personal with John Cutie. Flash out. Jonah P gets a little bit side-blinded though, but it doesn't make a difference. The guard will hold on. And it's a 13-3 map 2. The guard bounced back in a major way, while also surviving through the lengthy tech pauses to get us tied up at 1 apiece.
This is his first ever time playing Brimstone in an official match.
Okay, see how it goes. Opening pistol shots down through mid-sands. Valen will come out on top. A little bit of help from team shots through. Guard will still also have Tex lurking in towards this backside of the A site. And how does he get the second? Quality doesn't quite catch the timing through his own smoke. Xander will try to get the spike to rotate over towards B, but he's going to be met here by 2 defenders already ready for him. And yeah, clean stuff here from the guard, John Cutie. Last one left in 1v5. It's just about what can you find.
Yeah, without Spike in his possession and with everyone else being on the other side, there's not a whole heck of a lot that he can do. They have a pretty nice little bait and switch set up here if need be through hookah, but it's not required. Trent will just finish the job there.
A lot of focus through mid and a lot of focus through hookah till this point. So a bit of a Viper battle over towards shower side, while Nismo actually not going to pop the showstopper here. And he runs right into the waiting arms of a judge. Valen also following up, takes care of Xander through shower side. So huge advantage here for the guard defensively, and they're finding weapons on top of that to make this even more formidable.
Yeah, they're going to try to teleport with this spike over to the other side, and Quality's doing a good job actually holding these players down, and that might cause them to double the spike back, and indeed they do. They're going to come through market. Valen going to go ahead and pop Art here to flush out the Lance player. He does get the frag on the Koala, but now they can double back again if they want to.
They sure could, but they're going to commit forward. Valen shut down. The traded orbital strikes does keep us at a 2v2. EU at a single point worth of health, and John Cutie will get to work trying to change that, but through the box. Trent, big win. And actually, hold on a second. Whoa, what just happened? He pulled out showstopper and then cancel it?
Yes.
So now it's down to Tex for the 1v1. John Cutie will get the plant and back away off the near box through U-Haul. Still holding pretty close. There's the check, and Tex will save the round. Been successful in keeping M80 away from that angle. But as the Seekers get pulled offensively, M80 will make their move over towards A on the mid-cut. Nismo, this time Showstopper will be a part of the play. Just trying to clear things out, up and over the truck, and he will find Trent lurking in towards Lamps Halls. Quality also finds another one deeper on towards the site. Battle back by Valen only gets 1, and the numbers for M80 very significant. Tex the last one left, and as he gets shut down. There is no reason to move. Jonah P is going to try to find some timing here, though, and actually a little bit of a burst play from the guard. Goes 2 for 2, though, so the trade's not as efficient as the guard I'm sure we're hoping for, but still, it's a 1v3 situation for Koala as he will collect the orb and just back away.
Yeah, not too shabby. Yeah, they're going to lose a couple of players on that, but they still have a 3-on-1.
30 seconds
They still
left.
have everything pretty much covered. Going to be very tough for Koala to do much here. He's able to get a smoke that might allow him to get ability into A, but they're not committing. Look at this push, though, from B.
But Xander may actually catch timing on this. Yeah, catches one in the corner, but Jonah P does fight back. Flash gets popped. John Cutie on the hunt. And this is all about just isolating Jonah P, trying to stop him from doing too much damage, but it may be a day late and a dollar short as he actually takes down Nismo as well. EU does slip through A, but he would have to find these 2 kills on rotation to make this a little bit more competitive, you'd think. Sniper rifle actually catches the wall, but doesn't matter. Tex has the headhunter to finish the job, and now it's just down to Koala Noob in a 1v2.
I also don't even know that he detected Trent was A heaven throughout that entire play.
I don't think so, no.
So Koala may be rotating into a situation where
Little strike, Molly. 8 shells, won't quite get there. Spam shot's also not fully gonna land, and Koala Noob will just kind of step in towards the smoke, maybe catch one on the...
of that long A area while they, again, just hold on to Hookah and maybe look to pounce on B here.
Sure feels like that's gonna happen. Trademark slows down Nismo pretty considerably. Showstopper towards Octagon, not gonna work out. Trent also teleporting through, trying to clear out the backside of Hookah, but the action really is happening more so over towards Xander's direction. He gets 2 lurking through A. Tex is still very healthy and on site. Catches, oh, not one off guard. I thought he had Nismo dead to rights, but the footstep sounds allow Nismo a chance to react. 1 trade back from Trent, but still, this has to be a 2v4 situation. Nismo will not allow that to happen. A 7 gonna get themselves a chance to plant. And now it's down to Koala Noob all of a sudden, trying to back away through mid. And he puts the stim beacon out just to try to survive a little while longer, but the shot's starting to come through for the guard. But oh, Xander picking things up through the mid cross, no worries. 3 kills for him. Snakebite lineups at the ready. Trent clears out U-Haul, but there's still so much the guard have to do here. And not a ton of time to do it. They will toggle the spike. That'll be enough for Xander to toss out his Snakebite. Was not needed though. M80 clean up the half. 8-4
for their first go on this map. No doubt about it.
Very similar to what we saw in Ascension. Did never have to really go back on the ecos. We have a quick burst here from M80 right down middle. Shut down immediately though by the combination of Fallon and Trent. Xander does get a trade off the action to get us to a 2v3, so more level numbers, but the guard get a chance to set up their post plant however they want.
Yeah, I really thought that M80 were going to have the jump there when they caught Jonah P in the corner still with utility out, and they were able to get the kill. I believe that was on net next to him, but Jonah P was able to kind of recover from it. He got some help from his teammates, and they wound up getting into a 3-on-2 post plan here.
Well, Fallon just kind of playing with this retake. Stims his way out of there. Poison Cloud still ready for Xander to try to block off this heaven cross. But the problem is this bike is just in such a tough spot to just stick to. Xander's gonna give it a go, and he does get it to halfway. No one's taking any shots at this. Xander's gonna stick it, but no. Orbital Strike will opening things up here though for the guard. Koala just trying to spam, seeing if he can get lucky while the rest of the defense tries to rotate in. There are full weapons on both sides here, but look at the space that Jonah P's gotten through. Denies the first bit of utility, and then Jonah P finding the double turns. Oh, Jonah P. Paint shells follow up by Trent. And once again, John Cutie will have to just sacrifice the round to try to save the weapon.
Not as privy to.
Once again, there's the Trailblazer information. Oh, good counter though. Haunt comes through. Also the follow-up from Nismo works out, so we go 2 for 1 the exchange. Nismo finding everything in this round at the moment. Tex battles back for 1, but Nismo goes showstopper. And oh, it doesn't actually hit Jonah P. He was inside the middle of the container. Koala Noob still finds the kill, but it's Tex for a 1v2 situation. Flash out, steps away from it, makes the contact, finds the first headhunter. No, not good. Koala Noob is sniping very forward with the operator on the brimstone. He sees one, and yeah, huge connection. Trent will drop. And now the guard have to kind of consider what exactly do we do from here, because you don't really have a lot of information on what's still on this A site. And well, if they peek this, They may get punished. Xander getting one would be fine, but EU pops through. He finds two of his own. And now it's just down to Jonah P as M80 have come to life here in the defensive half.
They just keep running into these bait and switch plays on these choke points that M80 keeps setting up. I mean, last round it was Octagon that they did it. This round's on short. They just swing off each other so well. And QualiNoob on toward the force.
Whoa, early.
Yeah, I'm curious if that was just a stall for some reason. I don't, that seemed really weird.
Well, they're gonna toggle with Seekers right afterwards. That's the hit through mid, actually. It's coming through as Jonah P. Seekers out in Tex eventually does connect on to Nismo. So now the kills lead to an opportunity for the guard to make their way on towards A or move in towards EU's direction. How many does he get? No, just one. Follow up though, John Cutie's got an operator out. And the guard has to be thinking, how many options do these guys have? 3v2 situation. Spam fire coming out from QualiNoob doesn't quite get the job done. Viper's Pit being placed. Xander catches Tex on the rotation over. We'll have an even 2v2. But look at this Viper's Pit. I mean, you're gonna have a hard time getting net out of that position. Xander's gonna have to wander his way in. A couple of the pre-fire shots are already in, but QualiNoob was looking to see if maybe he could catch net. Seekers will be called. The defense is going to get a lot of information off of that, but they rotate almost right into the waiting arms of Jonah P. They flush him out. The isolated kill is good. Flash for John Cutie. He's going to step maybe even into this play a little while longer. Nightfall just to try to assist him, and no, will not be able to do too much. And EU tries to follow up, but the guard will battle back. 3v3 situation. Tex trying to work his way over, but it's Trent to strike first. Nismo from inside the site gets two. Now it's just down to Trent, and he will fall. Overtime it is for Bind. On rotation right now is Trent, but hit is on the way. Oh, what a molly that is. Chips away at so many health pools. Jonah P will follow up and make good on the damage. Well, EU maybe had something to say about it, but only getting two leaves this now to a 1v3 scenario for John Cutie, and Valorant will not allow him to get even one of them. Back up, see if they can maybe isolate. The thing they don't know about, though, is that the brim of QualiNoob has made its way all the way over towards Fountain. Nismo still gets one. The teleport gets used to come back over towards A, but the numbers are good for M80. We've got a 5v3.
Yeah, they're able to get across the spike to A at the very least, but they are at a two-man disadvantage in this post-plant hold. Trent, though, is aggressive inside Heaven, and they're also playing aggressive at elbow, so there's still some ways in for guard here.
Trent got an orb as well. He only needs one kill for a showstopper. This could be unbelievably massive. Valen, first contact, he just taps at it, no worries. Here comes the follow-up. Tex, oh, he's flashed and he finds the shot onto Xander. Oh no, not like this. All of a sudden, we're down to a 2v2. Showstopper earned for Trent. Doesn't know where to spend it yet. John Cutie on the corner. He takes down EU instead though. Now the paint shell's re-earned. Timing not gonna earn out here. John Cutie would have to hop it right now, and he's not going to be able to. Trent will technically clutch it up for the guard, who take map number 3 and 2 straight overtime.
What a beautiful pivot. Things were looking rough. It was a 3-on-5, but they made the call to swap over to the opposite site. They put Trent in an aggressive position. It is very possible they could 3-1 this.
Well, opening first blood will work out. Again, the pistols for the guard continue to be impressive. As Tex gets one from range, then backs off very quickly. Does keep his life as the follow flashes are still getting a chance for M80 to get on towards site. Nismo will get the plant off. Forward play from John Cutie shut down, and M80 are still trying to commit into this, trying to take away that connector play. Not fully working out, though. Now the guard have numbers. Health pool still low for a couple of the members. QualiNoob tapping away. He gets one, maybe more. Oh my goodness, he dashes forward, trying to get the reload off, but Trent has him stuck in a corner. Nismo offense makes their way over towards B. This is voluntarily given up initially by the guard, but they are trying to contest this post plant late. And oh, there may be an opportunity for Jonah P to just slide on through. QualiNoob didn't have the angle locked up. Trades are decent though. And now it's just down to the long lurk of Net, who will give away his position with a couple of spam shots over to QualiNoob. EU on the close corner, they line up! Oh my goodness.
But that up-tempo playstyle looking to go for the attack. A pop flash peek goes wrong. Nismo finds Valen, and now Jonah P's kind of just stuck in the back of the site. Tex will try to join him in the back halls, but they're getting pressured everywhere.
Oh my goodness. It's just so much utility being thrown into this back hallway. Nismo will eventually step in to clean up the last two remaining defenders on the site. Net 1v3, still very doable. First shot's decent, almost got the think about, and Tex. Talk about wanting one back. He's gonna want to try to take it back, but no. Has to dash off. Cosmic Divide comes through for the offense, and he's looking to go quickly, but Tex still standing tall. Nightfall also in the midst. But Valen from the corner, he's able to go essentially 4 for 2. How big is that with Trent jumping into the action late? Qualinoo now the last one left, and there's nowhere for him. Shoot up, defensive Cosmic Divide is through, and we've got a stalemate on the on the zone.
Indeed we do. M80 finally able to get in on the plant. Hunter's free though, comes in from Trent. Net finds a frag, and things are looking dangerous.
Wow. What a good play from the guard. And it all just, how much of this results in the fragment not landing.
Other than maybe a sliver of dugout. But look at Nat challenging again.
He hits the head of one. Oh my goodness, Nat's gonna get 2. So 2 for 2 exchange. Still will allow M80 to jump on. Trent will be detained here backside yellow.
Spike planted.
But all things should be still fine. How do you set up this post plant? Tex backs up, but avoids. Oh my goodness, Xander down low initially. Quickscope comes out. Now to a 2v2. EU's on a single point of health. John Cutie fully healthy with light armor. And the retake for the guard is coming in tandem with one another, playing around the back. EU's holding right on top of the spike. Down low, no, EU gets 1. Again, on 1 HP. There's the gravity well, should be an easy finish. Now Valen, does he get a read in the last one? John Cutie in the corner will finish it off. And M80 go to 4. Long enough as Nismo shrugs off the status effects of the detainment. Shot plans for Tex. That's huge to shut down the potential pinch. Dual command spent by Nismo trying to stop the utility early for the guard's retake. Can they win these gunfights at range? That's what it's going to take. Tex turning the tides. Operator is being a huge X factor, but Xander up top. EU down low. They go back and forth. Just down to Valen. For the 1v2, both players are low on health. And Valen will try to get this to half. Maybe even more than that, and no. Qualinoo will spam him down, and round 11 goes the way of M80.
Qualinoo pops the ult, look at the aggression defensively.
Oh, Tex in a little bit of trouble here. Qualinoo maybe looking for more, and he finds it. Oh my, Trent Snouse tries to touch timing, but that won't work out. Only gets the 1 trade. Valen trying to create a line in the sand for this defense to get into position, but the...
That's what they pride themselves on, being a wild, aggressive team that can handle the chaos, and the M80 may have taken the middle. They need to check this corner.
Yeah.
They absolutely must, and they do.
Oh, just a wide swing from Valen. Huge heads-up play. EU, though, may catch a bit of timing here. A little pinch set up over the top, but the flash comes through. Xander gets pulled off, fragment in, and Jonah P will use that as a chance to collect the kill and push through his fragment for a quick rotation to possibly catch someone else defensively through their spawn. And oh my goodness, Nismo has absolutely no idea, and why would he?
How could you? Yeah, how could this man literally Usain bolted through his own fragment and then gets in the back lines and wreaks havoc, and now it's just 2 left for M80 to fight in this pistol round against the 4 of the guard with the post plant.
That little shoulder gets checked. Gravity well. Shock dart used in combination to make sure no one's holding on for halfway defused. Valen, here comes the check. It's John Cutie, the opening double, though. Hold on a second. Oh my goodness, hold on a second. Just down to Trent. John Cutie gets the halfway recon bolt down, and the shot lands. No way. Just
taking some knocks their first couple of moments on stage, but then making a crazy lower bracket run to get back to these grand finals. You cannot count them out.
EU sees some information, backs up very quickly. C's will be spent here trying to lock this in place, followed by the Haunt for intel. Help on the way. Xander's stepping in right next to him, and Xander gets 2. Joda does at least provide 1 trade. EU still alive, if not a little worse for wear, down to 70 HP. Trent trying to cut things off by playing a bit forward and towards Flower side. The same was the idea for Valen. Trent finds some success on his side, but it's only marginal. Down to Jonah P. It's the first, but no. The follow-up from EU from behind is good. And in case, we're going to get a 5v4 on site here. Darts coming out, stepping forward with Xander and EU, but they don't trade out well. EU still trying to hold the ground for as long as it be possible, but there's just everything being thrown at him. John Cutie doing what he can to hold on, but he can only do so much. And now Qualinoo is left on his lonesome 1v3, and the team will make the call, save the op. We're going to have to use that to hopefully win the next round.
Their offense this half, and hold the focus. Qualinoo may not save this op.
Wow. Yeah. Cosmic Divide goes off. Oh, Quality actually doesn't pull the trigger on the first shot. Doesn't make a difference, though. Xander still finds the kill, and now, yep, they do. Full rotation back, but M80 may try to meet them around mid. You've got John cutting off the rotation. He's in a good spot for this, catching one out with the knife, but nothing further. And now all of a sudden, the guard need to make a choice. Is it going to be B or is it going to be A? And they've chosen incorrectly. Xander's going to catch another on knife. Quality of there trying to set up and out of the 1v1. Net's going to think he's got time to go all the way back, and
he does.
Quality is going to try to, again, predict this.
Bot coming back.
Plant will extend the clock. Quality. Opening look. Aldron out. Oh, bodyguard from Valen works out. Xander holding close. Actually, the fragment is a problematic part, but oh, he gets behind the play. Oh, what a pinch setup that is. Xander getting 2, EU the 3rd. And just like that, opening first blood counter to numbers with M80, but the secondary fight rings out, and it's Valen who gets the guard to championship point. Stays away from a lot of the opening damage. Here comes the hit. Lockdown gets spent. Xander trying to hold inside this tight area. John Cutie also stepping in. Damage dealt, and Xander's gonna get 2 from behind. Trade comes through from Trent, but the damage has been dealt. M80 will get a handful on the opening approach. Spike gets dropped. John Cutie still staying safe behind the Cosmic Divide. Valen and Net still working this one back. Be a 2v4 situation.
Spike planted.
And the plant comes through. Nismo from behind gets the first. And now it's just down to Net on 49 HP. Defensive lockdown spent. Net gets the first. Flash out. Timing not there for Net, and that's going to lead to Quality getting the defuse. But no, not going to happen. Aldron trying to follow on in. And now Trent tries to get to work, dancing with the devil. Quality slips away. Hit still on the way, though, and oh, the follow from Tex is perfect. John Cutie still holding over towards Art Stairs. Can he find anything on this reopening? EU gets his utility, and Prowler's going to connect. The follow-up from Nismo from behind. Oh, they're going to find a couple of trades. To the 3v3 we go. Jonah P. Net trying to hang on. Pinstripe goes the kill feed. Shock Dart chips away at EU, but the health pull for Net is what's most critical at the moment. Time becoming an issue. Shock Dart sent out preemptively. No one home. Start gets placed. It's a Nebula. EU tries to hang on to it, but no! It's Trent to find the final kill! It's been 471 days since the rookies made it to Reykjavik, but today is the day where veterans qualify for VCT. The Guard, your Ascension champions in the Americas region.
Together, despite, I'm sure, offers having come their way from VCT teams. And they were kind of behind M80 just by a smidge throughout the year, coming second oftentimes to them. But when it matters most, with all the pressure and all the marbles on the line, they come through, and they will be your Ascension champions, and they will once again have their chance at playing in VCT.
What a story. What a run. And what a final map it was. You can only give respect on both sides of the stage. But in the end, it's going to be the Guard to lift the trophy in an all-North American Grand Finals. One more time, it is your America's Ascension champs, the Guard. And the biggest thing, Dust, is the transformation. From that first moment in 2022 qualifiers. And how about this?